Today is Sunday, February 16th. It is the sixth Sunday in Ordinary Time. And today we are going to go over the readings from the Catholic Church and a connection to better help you live them in your daily life. Trusting in God, planting our roots in living water. Today's readings challenge us to examine where we place our trust, what truly fulfills us, and where our hope lies. Are we rooted in God's life-giving presence? Or are we struggling to grow in a barren desert of self-reliance and worldly distraction? The first reading today was from Jeremiah 17, verses 5 through 8. Where are your roots? Jeremiah gives us a vivid image. The one who trusts in human strength is like a shrub in the desert, struggling to survive. The one who trusts in the Lord is like a tree planted by the water, its roots deep, never fearing drought. This passage reminds us that we must be deeply rooted in God. When we plant ourselves near Him through prayer, scripture, and trust, we are nourished and strengthened. Even in difficult times, we will not wither. But if we rely only on ourselves or worldly security, we will dry up like a desert plant. And the responsorial psalm today was from Psalm 1, the first psalm. And there's tons of psalms, so you would think the first psalm is pretty important. And it's about the blessed tree. This psalm reinforces this. They are like trees planted by streams of water, which yield their fruit in its season. When we follow God's ways, we don't just survive, we flourish. Our faith bears fruit in our lives, and we must remain steadfast even in trials. And the second reading today came from 1 Corinthians 15, 12, and 16 through 20, rooted in the resurrection. Paul reminds us that if Christ has not risen, our faith is in vain. But because He has risen, our hope is secure. Just as a tree draws life from its roots, our faith must be firmly anchored in the victory of Jesus. And our gospel reading today was from Luke chapter 6, verse 17 and 20 through 26. What are you thirsting for? Jesus turns the world's values upside down. The poor are blessed, but the rich face woes. The hungry will be filled, but those who are full now will hunger. The weeping will rejoice, but those who laugh may now mourn. He is asking us, where do you seek fulfillment? Are we drinking from the living water of His kingdom, or are we trying to quench our thirst with things that will never satisfy? And the reflection, root yourself in God. If you feel spiritually dry, draw near to God. Immerse yourself in His word, pray and trust in Him. If you are seeking security, remember that the lasting peace comes from deep roots in faith, not wealth or status.